was briefed on the IMC. Let's move to... The minister spent a lot of time saying that he engaged both his deputy ministers, I think on the 21st of November 2025, where he discussed the disbandment of the PKTT. So what we're not getting here, DM, is that there seems to be like this beating around the bush on what was actually discussed. So we had the minister always going on about this work, what is it, this work study 2029, the complaints he was getting about the PKTT, but there was, and the new onogram. So these were some of the things that informed the decision. But it seems like there was never an open discussion, or maybe we're not being told, and we're asking you now, was there an open discussion, given that we are moving and we're setting up this, what is it, murder and robbery unit, we are going to shut down the PKTT? Like, was there a discussion like that? Or we were just talking around the bush that, okay, if we're going to empower the murder and robbery unit, that means that this PKTT is going to go. So help us out, please, dear.
Thank you, Chair, and thanks, Honorable Member. I think what we should do or understand is that the work study was not necessitated to address the PKTT task team. The work study produced the organizational structure. And the organizational structure was not an organizational structure for the PKTT. It was organizational structure for policing in the country to deal with everything that has to do with the work that police have to do. And we arrived at a structure of SAPs. This is how SAPs must look like in order to deal with the challenges of the day. And of course, within that, we must take into consideration crime intelligence. That structure as well was part of the structure that came, which was not there in... the process started in the 6th administration and got concluded in the 7th administration. It has got nothing to do with whether the PKTT must disband or not. It's a separate process. The dissolution is a different discussion altogether. And yes, we did discuss this, including the political killing task team. Okay.
So and again, that's what we keep getting, is that this onogram, we're moving in this direction. We didn't discuss the PKTT in particular. But how is it that the ministry did not know that just disbanding the PKTT is a ticking time bomb, and they should not engage those who are involved to at least smooth the waters out? I mean, you... Minister, yourself, you are deputy minister, you're a seasoned politician. You know that when you're making decisions that are going to affect people, affect people's livelihoods, the first thing you do, even if you're going to stick to your decision, you call them and you have a meeting, right? So I'm again asking, in those discussions about the new onogram, am I saying the word correctly? That word. Was there the discussion that because of this PKTT is not, it wasn't, right? Because we were just beating around the bush to say this is how we're moving, and anything else that's not there, we're not going to mention it. We're moving like this. But did you, the other deputy minister and the minister have a discussion, in particular on the 21st or 22nd of May, around that time, where there was an agreement that you're going to disband the PKTT because it doesn't fit into how we want to move as a ministry?
Yeah, I'll answer that by talking to the presentation through you, Chair, that we made to the committee, wherein we submitted that there will be a phased-in approach on the issue of the PKTT. And this presentation, when it was presented to the committee, the delegation was led by the minister and the national commissioner. And I said, that is the presentation that was made by SAPS to the committee on what is going to happen. And that's what is happening.
Okay, so before we get to that meeting, I'm saying, was there the discussion? So you're
Yes.
saying that the discussion you had with you and the two deputy ministers, the discussion in November was around a phased-out approach. And then that was presented in the portfolio committee later.
No, there was a discussion around the dissolution of the PKTT before the letter. And then the letter came, and there were interactions that led to the presentation that we made.
Okay.
And-
okay, I got you.
Yeah, and it is that presentation says, this is the perspective of how this process should unfold. We are presenting to the committee. That's what I'm saying. When I say we, I mean led by the minister and the National Commission.
So there was an agreement between the two deputy ministers and the minister that the PKTT must be disbanded. So you were just shocked when you saw the letter because you didn't, I'm asking, you didn't expect that it was going to be issued as a directive on New Year's Eve. Were you surprised that the letter was sent, or were you surprised about the content, about the disbandment?
It's the letter.
Okay.
Yeah, and what it was saying should happen and how.
Okay. And then let's go to the portfolio committee meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You attended, and then towards the end, we had the KZN commissioner mention Brown Mokosi implicated the minister for knowing him. Did you have a debriefing after that as deputy ministers and the minister about what happened in the portfolio committee meeting?
We were on virtual. We're not physically.
So you don't have. So you
I think I was in Cape Town myself. Yeah. Yeah.
So you didn't, because you earlier today you said generally before you go into portfolio committee meetings you have a caucus.
Yeah.
So only when it's physical sitting, not when it's virtual.
The issue of the briefings depending on where we are. All of us, if we are not in Pretoria or here in Cape Town, we'll do it virtual. Okay. And of course, the issue of Mokosi we will not have had a briefing, because if we had had a briefing, it will not have reached the portfolio committee.
No, I'm saying after, so a debriefing. When it came up, it was like, that was a hot meeting.
Yes.
What was the KZN commissioner on about? There was no discussion. You just went your own separate ways, and life went on until we had the media briefing. Is that what happened?
No, not until we have the media briefing. The issue was raised, who is this Mokosi? Yeah.
Yeah, now tell us about that. How
No,
was
I'm
it?
saying
We want to know. That's what we're here for.
No, after that.
So who did you have it with?
Hello, with the minister.
And?
No, I don't recall whether
You
Natcom was
do
there.
record.
But,
There's no way you don't record that.
no,
I'm sure you
no.
even went through it in your head a few times.
No, well, it might have been discussed more than once, but what I know is that the matter was raised with the minister, who is this Mokosi. Yeah, and he assured us that there is nothing untoward about it. Yeah.